the plane, it's on time. Sun is shining, it's bright. Breezy skies, cool and calm. Take a trip, it's not long. Oh, the vibe's so mellow. Airwaves sing like cello. Sandy beaches we climb. Coastal airways, oh my. Take me high, smooth as sea. Coastal breeze, fly with me. Take me high, the island's near. Feel the love in the air. Palms are swaying, blue sky. Wonders found while we fly. Oceans calling my name. Life is more than a game. Soaring high, wings of steel. Under stars, it's surreal. Dreams are real in the sky. Coastal airways fly by. Reggae beats in my ears. Miles away, no more fears. Lay back, count all the stars. Flying free, no more bars. Take me high.
Alright, that's the test. Test. Crossed fingers this works. We'll see. I think we had our wires crossed. One, I'd like to know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, see me, read the comments, that's gonna help. So, good thing is I don't hear a loop yet. Can you see the chat? So if somebody in the chat, just say 5x5 if you can hear me, or if you can see me, and we're gonna get this show on the road. I apologize, man. I changed the audio around. It was dumb of me to do. But can you hear me? That's all right, Shelton. It was a 5x5. Good stuff. All right, I think we're good. I think we got our crap worked out. Oh man, that was a pain in the neck. Sorry everybody for having a shift. I had to. I just had to shut the sim down and not the sim, the audio. I think we got the audio worked out. So what a pain in the neck, and I apologize for the delay. That's for sure. So I got to reset. I got to reset the time again. And we're going to be rolling here. I'm going to just push it back to about 6 o'clock. That's when we're going to start. Yeah, about right there. 6:12 is good. All right, welcome aboard the Flight Sim Broadcasting Network. My name is Jason, and definitely sorry for the last one. That was a little goofy on my part. Just had cross on the audio, and it was just really weird. So let's get in. We're going to be doing the 727 flight over to Atlanta. We've got, it's a pretty quick flight. It's about an hour, 48 minutes or so. And we're going to get this airplane loaded and boarded and loaded. It's not boarding, but it's loading. We'll get all the fuel on board, everything we need to do, and we'll get this rolling. This is this is our second aircraft in the fleet. This is 272, the other one is 271, and the last one's got 273. So we have 3 727s. This one's ready to go now. This is first flight of 2025. We are starting in a cold and dark setup here. So let's get something on the aircraft right now. We're going to go ahead and throw the power. The GPU unit is on the airplane. So let's go to the FE panel, and you'll see what we're going to do here. We're just going to kind of look up. I'll get to that higher one there, and you can kind of see. Throw the battery switch on. The first thing we're going to do, that battery switch is on. We've got external power on here. We're just going to kind of throw the external power on the essential power bus, and same with here, all the external power sources. And we're going to go ahead and flip this to the on position and hold it. All right, there we go. All right, we've got the airplane. All the lights are on that need to be on. And we're going to throw some lighting on the aircraft right now. So let's get this going. My side's coming up. Center lighting is coming up. Background lighting is coming up. Overhead panels coming up. And we will flood the entire... I'll throw that red off. We don't want that. I'm just going to brighten up the cockpit here. And then navigation lights are on. And we are just going to go ahead and throw the control stand to there. And do anything. Where's my dang fluorescent lights? Fluoro's on. Where is that? Up. It's hard to see. Difficult to see what's going on here. We are connected. The external power is on. That's bat bus. There's the power. Good stuff. And then for this side, let's throw the circuit breakers on. Throw the panel lights there. Background lights coming up on the FE side. And that is good. We will flood the we'll flood all the panels. It's really bright when you flood this panel. It's like, holy smokes. It's super bright. So, like, I'll show you. You can see the cockpit's not lit. Map lighting. Yeah. That should be on. Let's see what happens. I don't know why that's our flashlight here. Hang on just a minute. Let me go to the back of the FE here. This is all your circuit breakers. I'm going to throw these master switches on. This is just for the radios. We'll get those plugged in. And then the last thing I'm going to do is use the FE. So we've got an FE panel here that we're going to use. I'm just going to throw pre-flight checks. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to let them do it. They're going to throw the APU on and all that good stuff, and then we're going to get this lighting done. Maybe that's why the GPU is not on. Well, the GPU is on. So, okay. Let's go ahead and open the forward entry.
Starting APU.
We're going to open the aft cargo, and we're going to open the forward cargo. And we're going to go ahead and throw the door open to the cargo compartment. That's the next thing we'll do. We'll throw this door. Is that door open? Yeah. APU's coming online. You can hear it. Let's see if this thing works. It might not work. We might have to reset the aircraft. We'll see. Okay, we're going to throw power on. Floodlights on. No, you see how the lights do not work?
Runway awareness. Okay. Feet.
There we go. Shoot that door open. Good. Getting the door open here. There we go. Good stuff. On the outside, you can see we got the APU lit now. The door's coming open. All right, dude. I need. Why'd you turn all my lights off? Throw that on.
Opening
Background
leads.
light.
Engine
That's
1.
coming on.
Engine 2.
He's doing his
Engine
pre-flight. I'm not going to do that, obviously. I don't want to do the pre-flight. I'll just do this.
All packs open.
I'll let the FE do its thing, and then we are going to get the aircraft
Packs trip off
ready to
boarding
go
station.
here. So we're going to go to options. That's good. We're going to go pre-flight. You can see
Fuel
this is
dump
what we're going
switches
to have on the aircraft. So I'm going to actually enable
Fuel dump valve intersit lights tested.
this. We got to turn this
Fuel
on.
dump nozzle intersit lights tested. Fire bell test completed.
I'll let them do the whole rundown here. So we'll do that, and then I'll get the
Annunciator panel tested.
that.
Gyro nav and compass source set to normal.
Good. That's good. All right, let's get beyond ATC
Main
running.
panel lights check.
We're going to use that today.
Throttle warning horn tested.
There we go. All right, you guys, we're ready to go.
Pre-flight checklist set to left.
Beyond
pre-flight.
ATC connected.
Pre-flight's check is done, which is good. Take a look at our fuel here. Come on, dude, I need to see what's going on. Like, really? Why would you turn your lights off? There we go. Need to see the fuel. We've got about roughly around 3,300 pounds of fuel on the aircraft, at least each tank. So that puts us around, 10,000 or so. Let's see, what did our paperwork say? We had fuel at where's that dang fuel? Hopefully you had a good New Year, folks. Hopefully it's been good. We have, what, 10,000 on the airplane? 9,900, just short of 10.
Good evening, Miami approach, American 988, descending via Vice 2, 5,200 feet with information
That's
Golf.
gonna be gone. I don't want to hear that, so I'm gonna come
American
down here,
988,
change
Miami
this.
approach. Good evening, altimeter 3027, expect the visual approach runway 9er.
All right, let's shut that off right now. We don't need that. I do want to delete the one video here because that's not confusing. I have the same, the same ones on, so that's going to be confusing for all of you. Yeah, let me go ahead and just go to my studio. We'll delete that one, and we should be good on this one. I hope you had a great New Year. Yeah, New Year's been good so far. I've got the day off today, which is nice, right? I've had a good few days. I had a few weeks off. It's been actually really nice to get this much time off. It's not normal, that's for sure. This I want to go live really quick. Just stand by here. I'm looking to see. Because it's confusing, right? You look at the one video and you're like, wait a minute. What's going on? Well, that's the one I need to get rid of. Right there. Yeah. Alright, we'll do that later, guys, when we're airborne. He said, what's the plans looking like in 2025 for coastal? That's a good question. We'll get on that here in a little bit. Let's go ahead and get this thing pre-flighted. Let's go ahead and get the fuel load on the aircraft. So we got GSX enabled. I'm going to go ahead and click play. So I'm going to call for the fuel truck. So I will do that right now. We'll go GSX. We'll pull it up. And we're going to request refueling. So we are going to be doing Alliance ground. And we will get the fuel truck going here. Once they're done, I'm just going to do my pre-flight right now. That's already tested. That's good to go. That's tested. Inboard, that's off. Anti-skids, good to go here. We've got navigation light on. Strobes are off. Florals on, obviously. This is going to be armed. Windshields are off. I'm just going to do a few tests here on window heat. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do a power on test so you can see how that worked. And an overheat test there. So I'm going to shut them off. Throw them back on. And that's still an overheat test. So back to the on position. There we go. So down is on. Those are on. And the reason why you're not seeing those lights is probably pretty... You should see those lights. Anyway. Yeah, it's just off for now. Alright, that's good. This, we'll check the anti-ice. I'm sure he's done that already, but what we're going to do is throw the cowls on, you can see. And then we'll go wing. Good. You just basically you're just checking it to see if the cowls work and all that good stuff. That's good. All right, overhead's pretty much done. We'll throw the probes on when we get started. Let's see if the fuel truck's here. Yeah, fuel truck is waiting for us. We should be getting some fuel on the aircraft right now. If I hit play, there we go. We should see the fuel starting to load. This is our fuel tanks. We got 3 fuel tanks, obviously 3 engines on this aircraft, so there's going to be 3 fuel tanks. We're taking, what, 28,000 pounds of fuel, give or take. 28.3 on the fuel. So we'll be looking for 28.3 on the gas. We'll get that done. While they're doing that, let's go and get the weather here out of Miami. I'm going to unload the last flight I did. Import from SimBrief. We're going from Miami to Atlanta. This is a new route for us, a new contract that we got. So this is a big one. It's a 2-day trip for the 7-2 cruise. And they're going to be going from, we'll be going from Atlanta, then up to Louisville, because we're operating on behalf of UPS, flying the mail. And then we're going to go from Louisville, this is a long flight now, Louisville all the way down to Puerto Rico. And that'll be our last leg for day 1. Then we go from Puerto Rico to Orlando, or Atlanta, I think, and then back down to Miami. So it's pretty fun. That's a fun trip, I guess. Let's take a look at the weather here in Miami. Miami right now, the weather in Miami, that's not the right airport. Weather, Miami. 310 at 3 knots. So 310 at 3. Here we go. 310 at 3 knots. Let's take a look at 10 statute miles, few clouds. Few clouds at, what do we got? Few clouds at 0.35. It's really nice. Temperature is 20.14. Altimeter coming in at 30.27. Don't know the runway. They are landing. We'll take a look at the ATIS here. They're departing 26 left and right and 27. So 26 left, right, 27. 26 left, right, and 27. All right, we'll check that out. Go from there. See our gas right now. The fuel's coming up pretty nice, like that. There should be 1 fuel pump on. We're going to throw the aft right pump. Looks like we have ATC on board. We just got our clearance. What's your clearance? ATC, ACARS. Okay. ACARS says call sign good. Departure, destination, route, Flamingo 2. Let's just make sure we got that route programmed ready to go. Here we got Flamingo 2, STY, Q77, Sharks, transition. Larry and Lars, Jedi 3, Atlanta. That's essentially what we've got. They said squawk 7646, remarks cleared Flamingo 2 departure. I maintain 5,000, expect 320 departure frequency. We've got it. So let's go ahead and throw 5,000 in here into the altitude right there. I just plugged it in. And then we're going to go to listen to the ATIS. Let's go ahead and tune Miami ATIS is. Let's go get the ATIS first. ATIS 133.675, I think. 133.675. $133,675.
5,000 broken. Temperature 20. 2.14. Altimeter 3027. Landing runway 08 left, 08 right, 09er 12. Departing runway 08 left, 08 right, 09er. Temporary flight restrictions are in effect for Miami. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Golf.
That's not right. The winds are 310.
Miami Airport information. Golf. 1119er Zulu. Wind 315 at 3.
Visibility 10. To clouds at 3,500.
In real life, they're
Ceiling
departing
25,000
26
broken.
left, 26 right.
Temperature 20. 2.14. Altimeter 3027. Landing runway 08 left.
That's the problem with beyond ATC. It's not very accurate in terms of what they're actually doing. At least right now, Miami. Miami was. Let's see what Miami. I mean, in real life, in the ATIS, Miami is landing. They're departing with 2.6s. So I don't understand why, unless there's something I don't know about. But let's see. Are they still holding true to that? Right now, I've got aircraft departing on the 2.6s still. So, yeah, they're landing up. In real life, that's what they're doing. So we're going to bypass the stupid beyond ATC. We're just going to actually do the actual runway in use. So I will see if we can get a better runway for that for us. Okay, let's do that right now. Let's go ahead and go to Miami clearance. We'll get our clearance from them. And I still am on VATSIM, folks. It's just nobody's online. So clearance 135.35. 135.35. And they won't give us the runway. They just won't. Which is pretty stupid because they should be operating real ops, and they just don't. The only thing I don't like about it. And you can't request a different runway because 135.350.
Ground 121.8 when ready. JetBlue FB5. Have a good one.
Stupid. Well, let's get our clearance and let's rock out of here. Is the fuel on the airplane? Let's get the fuelers. Looks like they're done. Yep, fuel's done. We've got enough in there now. Let's go ahead and get the cargo loading. So we're just going to come down here on this side. You can see the fuel's good. We're going to go ahead and throw about 40, what did we say, 47.2 on the fuel. Yep, we're going to click this to enabled. And then all we're going to do is summon GSX here. And we're going to say we want them to board, request boarding, right there. Okay, so you don't hit this button yet. You got to wait until they get moving, but you can see all the cargo stuff's going to get moving. They're going to get us boarding. There come the stairs. We went in through the back, by the way. That's how we got on the airplane. All right, there we go. Get that. So we got 47,200 pounds of fuel. I mean, of cargo to load on the airplane. So they're going to go ahead and get that going. No, we won't do that. They are taking off. Well, we'll call in the area. If there's somebody in the area, we'll go the other way. Live traffic, that is. If there's live traffic here in the airport and in the area, we're going to go with the real, runways they got going on. So you can see this is waiting. GSX is enabled, so I wonder if you see the igloos, Kevin?
United 2311, IFR to George Bush Intercontinental H Airport. United 2311, Miami clearance. Cleared to George Bush Intercontinental H Airport. Bongos for departure with the Korea transition, then is filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency 118.3. Squawk 5222. Cleared to George Bush Intercontinental H Airport. Bongos for departure with the Korea transition, then is filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency 118.3. Squawk 5222. United 2311. United 2311. Readback correct. Contact ground 121.8 when ready for push or start. Ground 121.8 when ready. United 2311, take care.
Miami clearance, Riptide 5903, looking for IFR over to Atlanta.
Riptide 5903, Miami clearance. Cleared to Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta Airport. Flamingo 2 departure, stymie transition, then is filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency 118.3. Squawk 6621.
Read back.
Cleared to Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta Airport. Flamingo 2 departure, stymie transition, then is filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency 118.3. Squawk 6621. Riptide 5903.
Riptide 5903, read back correct. Contact ground 121.8 when ready for push or start.
There we go, done.
Ground 121.8 when ready for pushback or engine start.
Okay.
Riptide 5903.
Done. So, they're boarding us right now with a whole bunch of cargo. We've got the aircraft ready to go, at least in terms of all we can do.
Avianca 127, contact Miami Tower 118.3.
Over to Tower 118.3, Avianca 127, see you.
All right, we're going to do a walk around as they board our aircraft.
United
This is going to be
2311,
interesting to see
request
if this
taxi to the
automatically
active.
does it, loads it, or what. But this should be working.
United 2311, runway 8 right taxi via 2214 Charlie, Papa, November, Quebec, Mike 1.
I enabled it.
Runway 8 right taxi via 2214 Charlie, Papa, November, Quebec, Mike 1, United 2311.
All right, now we're good. We're on it. So our zero fuel, 169.7. I just finished it, is what I did. I finished the board, so we can... Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll walk around the aircraft. Obviously, we wouldn't do that in... Our FV would be doing that right now, walking around the bird. But I'll give you a good bird's eye view of the aircraft and of the loading. I'm in the baggage bin here. The heck. All right, we're hooked up to the ground power. Wait a minute. Let's get you walking a little faster than that. It's early in the morning. We shouldn't be slow. All right, so we come off the stairs here. This is airplane was built in 1960 something, so it's really old. I mean, delivered in 71. This is an old aircraft to be flying, is what I'm saying. It's an old bird. Looking at the pitot tubes, the alpha vanes right here. Check the alpha vane out. Looks good. And then we look at the strut. The nose, you can just tell that nose gear is beefy, isn't it? It's just beefy. It's
American
wide,
491,
thick.
at gate 6, request pushback.
Static systems right there. You want to check that out. Same with
American
here.
491, Miami ground, pushback and engine start approved.
The
Face west.
they did a pretty good
Pushback
job.
approved.
Excuse me.
Face
They
west.
did a pretty
American
good job
491.
with the external on this airplane. You can see the rivets coming out really nice. It's actually done very well. These are the Fowler flaps, the Kruger flaps. I'm sorry. They droop like this when the hydraulic comes out of the aircraft. So that's pretty cool that they modeled that well. Excuse me, guys. Again, looking at the leading edge of the aircraft, of the wing. Make sure the fuel panel is closed. Aileron's looking good. God, oh, look at that. Is that a Best Buy
Jebba
box?
609er at gate 16,
serious?
request pushback.
Is that a Best Buy box, guys? It is. Look at that.
Jetbus 609er,
cool.
Miami ground, pushback
That's awesome.
approved.
Best
Face
Buy box.
west.
That's funny. Nobody's looking at that. I'm
Pushback
sure.
approved. Face west. Jebba 609er.
Right back here, it's really loud and it's really hot because the APU is right in here. So this is a real hot area in the aircraft. It's loud and it's warm. eBay, look at these boxes. DHL, eBay. We got a couple of some freight. Pretty cool stuff. Look at those JT8s. Can't really see them well. I don't know why my flashlight doesn't work great, but not working good up here. We got to throw the logo lights on, man. Looking good from where I could see, right?
American 491, taxi for departure.
Same thing here. It looks good.
American 491, runway 8 right taxi via November, Quebec, Mike 1.
Runway 8 right taxi via November, Quebec, Mike 1,
what's
American
interesting,
491.
I just saw that UPS is building a sort facility in Memphis. You guys can believe that? So FedEx is really took a hit on this contract.
United 2311, contact
Man.
Miami Tower 118.3.
Contact Tower 118.3, United 2311.
Gosh, I don't know if I did here. Let's take a look at the tire here.
Jedbus 609er, request taxi.
Looking good. Obviously, they should be brand new tires.
Jetbus 609er, runway 8 right taxi via Papa, November, Quebec, Mike 1.
Runway 8 right taxi via
Everything
Papa,
else looks
November, Quebec, Mike 1, Jedbus
On the stairs.
609er.
Let's go. All right, up the plank. Let's get in the flight deck and get this airplane ready to go here. All right, so the we're gonna go down here to takeoff page. I'm just gonna go throw the wind in here. 310 at 4. Temperature 28 left. That's what they gave us is 8 right, I believe. I don't know why they gave us 8 right. We're so close to 8 left, but that's fine. Laps will be 15 today. What do we got here? 8,000. We've got a 10,000 foot runway, so we can either go flaps 5 or 15. Let's say it's 15 for now. We'll set the trim and the EPR. There we go. And then we're going to set our speeds. And I'll write all that down. I'll get to your comments if you have any. Dwan, what's up, buddy? He says, I'm excited for this. I don't know if I told you this, but you did a great job on your check ride. Yeah, I heard, Max, you did excellent on your check ride. Congratulations. Welcome. He's our newest coastal pilot, our newest member to the family. We welcome him. He actually he's been here for a bit. So he was just flying the CRJ, and now he upgraded to a 7.3 FO, so he's doing that. And hopefully he's enjoying the operations here at Coastal. This is a different, very unique VA, I would say, for a virtual airline. It's one of those, all right, I'm looking at 167, 197, and 207. It's very unique in terms of operations and what we do and things like that. So we're looking at 9,000. Let's get close to this. We're burning that APU, which I don't like, but 9,000, what, 350 maybe?
Spirit Wings 3155, gate 10, request pushback.
Center tank, tank 2.
Spirit Wings 3155, Miami ground, pushback approved. Face southwest.
Center tank is
Pushback approved, face
9,000.
southwest. Spirit Wings 3155.
380, I don't know.
American 491, contact Miami Tower 118.3.
That's 18, that's 6,
Over
7,
to Tower
8,
118.3, American 491. Take care.
28,000 pounds of fuel. We're burning some because the EPU
Jetbus 609er, contact Miami Tower 118.3.
That's what we got. Marco.
Over to Tower 118.3, Jedbus 609er.
All right. Got a good jet. Looking good here on our side. One thing we're going to do is program the GPS. We do have GPSs in our airplanes. You can't really see it, so what I'm going to do is shut off the panel, the fluorescent lighting, and then we'll just come down here. What we're going to do is click our message, no arrival airport. We've got that, and then we're just going to click flight plan. And you can see we're just going to click menu and then go to import. We're going to import from SimBrief. and then click OK. This is what's so cool about, oh, here the door closing. We're done with the load. Okay. And you can see we've got Miami, Flamingo 2, 26 left. Let's just verify a few things before we go all in on one runway here.
Spirit Wings 3155, ready to taxi to the active.
Online? No.
Spirit Wings 3155,
right.
runway 8 right taxi via 20 Papa, November.
We're going to do the real life.
1.
We're going to go 26 left today, folks, just because.
Runway 8 right taxi via 20 Papa, November,
so,
Quebec, Mike 1, Spirit Wings 3155.
It's really hard to tell them to say.
Riptide 5903, request departure runway change.
No, you can't.
Riptide 5903, please contact clearance to request a runway change and receive a new clearance. Unable runway change.
All right, what we're going to do is throw the frequency different. We're going to do the tower frequency. There's a lot of aircraft on the ground here in Miami right now in real life, so what I'm going to do is not do what they want us to do, and I'm going to take the actual runways that they're landing on. So we are going to tune to Miami's tower frequency, and that's going to be Miami Tower is going to be 118.3. So we're going to skip basically everything. Beyond ATC I want to shut off, but I want to use them again for, wish there was like a pause button where you can just say, yeah, pause it. 118.3, that's Miami's tower frequency, and we're ready to go here, folks. Doors closed. Let's just check out, make sure that we've got everything set here. Open this. Okay. All right, the door is closed. That's off. That's off.
Jetbus 609er. Contact Miami departure.
Contact Miami departure. Jetbus 609er. Have a good morning.
We're done. Let's go ahead and close the doors, folks. Now we're out of here. So we'll play. The FE has closed the door for us already, which is good. We're ready to go. Run the checklist here, and we'll be out. This is all set. I can't see a thing with this thing, I'll tell you right now. All right, that's good. Takeoff is good. And we have the appropriate, looking like takeoff EPR 1.98. So we've set our EPR bugs already. Flap's going to be 15 for departure. And we will throw this on VHF number 1. We are ready to go.
Miami Tower, American 1720. ILS runway 09er.
What I want to do is
American 1720, Miami.
I'm just going to disconnect it for the departure out of here. I don't want to deal with it, so whatever it is, what it is. All right, checklist coming up. Here we go. Fuel boost pumps. We've got 1 pump on hydraulic pumps. We're going to go 1 on here. You can see we've got 1 pump on for the hydraulic side. Window heat is on. Pack switches are both off. And we have both on right now. We'll go ahead and throw those off. They're gonna do a before start here. It should be opened. Pack trip should be a normal. Gasper fan should be on. I can't see it. There we go. Okay, doors are closed. Pressurization. I gotta set that. Pressurization coming in 32,000 feet today. I think our paperwork's at 32,000. Let me verify, and we'll get a push. Do the OFP. Come on. 32 to start, and then we're going to go up. So 32,000 to start right now. And our landing altitude in Atlanta is 1,200 feet. 1,200 feet, is it? No, it's about 1,000 feet. So we're going to throw the landing altitude right there. 1026, it's about right there, 1040. And then one last thing we're going to do is we're going to just kind of look up this chart. And we're doing 32,000, so you can see right there, 4.4 on the cabin altitude. So we're going to throw 4,400 right here. Isn't this crazy? I mean, folks, think about this. That you know, we used to do this with 3 people. It's crazy. Now we do it with 2. All right, before start check coming up. FE, get him going. Stab trim is set as well. Okay, so before start check is good on my side. We're ready to go.
Emergency exit lights on. Window heat on.
Yeah, Mark, right, but I agree, man. It's so stupid how Beyond ATC doesn't, it should be integrated with FatSim.
Stall warning tested.
What's this guy doing? I thought he did this already.
Engine and wing anti-ice off.
All right, so we've got runway 26 left. We're going to part with the Flamingo 2. So we're looking at the Jedi with Flamingo 2 departure. So we're going to be basically 26 left to
Anti-skid tested.
Crocs and then Russ.
Comparators check.
Then we got Rimo over to Alonso or Alzno. Flamingo. You said 5,000 here. We're gonna climb out of this, and we're gonna go. I'm just gonna remove the constraint. Yes. I don't want that constraint there. There we go. 32,000 feet. So I'm just looking through this. We got Stymie, Wacko,
Trim tested and set.
Etor, Sharks, 33,000. We're gonna go 34. Larry, the last is 34,000. We're gonna go ahead and push to the nose. I want to go nose left.
Hydraulic component on.
26 left, full through departure, Miami.
All right, and everything else looks good. 226 right in Atlanta, so we should be all ready to go here, folks.
Flight recorder check.
That looks good. We're gonna click back, click map, and that's kind of where I want to start.
DC power check.
Which is nice.
Hydraulic pumps on.
They're still doing their thing. We're gonna come over here, take a look at our charts.
Chocks cones and stairs disconnected. Before start checks complete.
What'll happen here? Alright. I'll have to see if it's connected. Alright, you guys ready to go? I'm ready to rock and roll. Alright, 4-star check. Here we go. We should be on the bus. Yep, we're ready to rock and roll here, folks. Beacon lights on. APU's burning. A logo light. I want to see if that logo light works really quick. Should be up here. It is on. Doesn't look on. Oh, it is now. Okay. All right, let's go. Brakes off. Let's get the heck out of Dodge. All right. We're pushing back. And time on the push. We got to get that time right. I got chocks on the aircraft. I guarantee it. Nope. There we go. Alright, so we're pushing back. Time local is actually not local. That's GMT. It's 55. We're close. We're 5 minutes early. Believe it or not. Even with all that crap we had. Pretty good. We'll take it, right? So what do we say here? We're 11:55 Z. All right, we're gonna go ahead and fire number. We're gonna go 3, 2, 1 on this one. So we're gonna start this. We're gonna throw it to ground. And we're just gonna watch our engine instruments here in the center. Throw this off. When you get about 20% here, which is about right now. We're going to go ahead and throw number 3 on the fuel. We'll come down here and lift that up. That's number 3 lit. There's the light. There we go. Christopher, how are you? I'm just checking in as a crew member. If you need me, I'll be back up a co-pilot. I wish I had a co-pilot on this airplane, man. It's a brutal one. Oh, look at this. Well, look at that blast pad. Those people are not going to like that. Nice pushback, man. You can put me in the... Oh, sorry. I'll throw that on. I'll throw the brakes on. Okay. We are going to... It's a pretty long taxi here today. So, to 26 left. So, I'm going to elect to start number... we're pretty heavy, so... Let's start 2 engines here, just because we're so blooming heavy. We can start number 1, and then we'll start number 2. You know what? I'm going to fire all 3 just to have it. We'll close that. We're going to go to ground. We'll start number 2 now, just to help us get going. We're pretty heavy. GPS coming on. Same thing here. Number 2 is coming online right now. Tube's up. There's a light. Pretty quiet because those engines are in the back. You can't tell. Good start on number 2. We'll go start number 1. 1 to ground. Here we go. What did they say? Runway 26 left. No, we'll take 26 left out of here. All right, there we go. Let's get some gas going on. Number 1. Shoot. I have to just get to that switch. There we go. Number 1 is on. There's the light. Looking at the EGT, the exhaust gas temperatures, the 3rd gauge down in the middle. Just watching that. That's good. 3 good starts. All right, 3 good starts. Let's get the FE back working. It's not bad with the FE. After start check, please. Flaps coming in. I'm gonna set my flaps up right now. Flaps coming down. 15. Flaps 15. Set.
All gens closed.
I have to just change my controls really quick, folks. We got to get over to the 7.3. There we go. Apply and save, and now we're good to go. And the reason why I do that is because there are just different sensitivities between the 7.3 and the 7.2. All right, here we go. Before tax generators are coming on, let me make sure that he's doing his job. All right, we got gens on. Galley power is on. Should be on. Doesn't really matter, but whatever. Anti-ice, good. Flight controls are free. Flaps are set. Transponder is coming on. TARA. Prope's on. Where's our?
Yaw dampers on.
There we go.
Spoilers to 10.
Anti-skids off before taxi check is complete. Taxi lights coming on my side.
After start checks complete.
Raj, give me a taxi.
Taxi checks.
Yes, sir. Brakes off.
Taxi lights are on.
Here we go.
Flaps 15. EPR is...
Takes a lot of breakaway thrust to get this aircraft rolling.
0.07.
And then we're just going to idle that center engine. And I'll give Miami a call here.
Air condition check and set. Taxi checks complete.
Okay, we've got Yeti Mike. That's on.
Making a right face for 26 left, Miami.
If there was nobody here in Miami, I would have chose the the Beyond ATC one. But when there's people here, you don't want to mess around. You just want to do it the right way. You're not gonna, I'm not gonna mess around with that kind of stuff. We got good weather, by the way, all the way up into Atlanta today. We shouldn't have any problems. Let me give them a call. Miami traffic, Riptide 5903, taxi 26, left north side. Hopefully you guys, we need 727 pilots, that's for sure. This is the second. We have 3 aircraft, so maybe we can get 4 pilots. That'll be nice. We're going to be running them pretty well. This is a moneymaker for us. These cargo flights are really nice. Now I've got the throttles to idle now. I want to make sure that she shut the dang APU off. That's burning fuel, so I want to make sure that we're not burning gas. Let me just make sure that that is off. Yep. And we have flows, by the way, at Coastal. We have complete FE flows as well. If you wanted to go all out and do your flows, you can. So there's a lot of things you can do with it. But that's what we've got. So we're going to take this all the way down. This is Kilo. We're going to go all the way down until we can get to Lima. I'll get to your questions. If you have any questions or comments, now's the time. Hey, Chris, what's up, buddy? Good morning. He says, I'm trying to fly this bird without the FE, and it's a lot of work. Yes, so there is an option where you can do both, right? I elect to have the FE. I'm not, but we do have flows for the FE. If you wanted to fly sideways for a minute, you can. I don't want to, just because I'm just trying to get going on my side. So sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. It just depends how I'm feeling, right? I've kind of delayed already, so I just want to get going. Yeah, fun airplane. The D-check cost a crap ton of money. This aircraft cost us $800K.
Miami traffic, fly Brazil 9011. We started pushback. Tail west is at the gate Delta 11, and after we proceed the taxi to holding short runway 26 left.
Chris, you got PT. Hope you're feeling all right, man. I know PT sucks.
12 miles.
Jason says, wow, these centerline stripes needs work. Yeah. The centerline lighting, not too bad. And you know what? You can get this for 24 now. So I'm going to try to see if I can install it for 24 and see how that's going to go. We'll go from there. We're doing pretty good. The engines are at idle. You can see the airplane, once you get the momentum going, it wants to go on you, which is nice. Let's see if we can pop the window open. I don't think we can. Yeah, there you go. You can hear some of those JT8s. It's beautiful weather here in Miami. Might as well have the window open for a minute before we get into cold Atlanta. I wouldn't say cold, but to Atlanta, I should say. Doctor says 4 to 6 more months. Oh my gosh. You need a job. Oh man. That's kind of a double-edged sword, isn't it? Where sometimes you go on FMLA, or I'm sure that your company has something for you. But yeah, that's kind of rough. 4 to 6 months. Jeez. Gosh, you almost have to go back to studying again, right? Like that's a, you probably have to go through the transition again and get back up. It's tough. It's not easy. Get back in the saddle, right? All right, folks, I'm going to go to the overhead, and this right here is the anti-skid. I'm going to flip it on now. You don't really have that on when you're taxiing, but we're almost there. I'm going to do a brake check. Let's just take a look. Yep, good. Just nice and tap. Slow the aircraft down, and I'll get the FE going. Before takeoff config check. I've got flaps are set 15. Packs and bleeds. We'll make sure they're set on the FE side.
Miami traffic down 12, 6676 miles.
Yes. Good. I got a traffic on final right there. I see him. We're getting going here. Altimeter set, anti-skids on now. Engine ignition. I'm going to throw that on, which is up here. That should be closed. This is coming on. All right, dude. Let me get back on the center line. That's why you want an FE to do all this. We'll get the window closed before takeoff check, please.
Auto brake set to artillery. Ignition set to continuous.
Don't shut my lights on.
Power on Gen 3. Anti-skid is on.
Window coming closed.
Landing lights on.
I got traffic coming in.
Transponder on. APU off. Boost pump all on. And cross feed number 2 open. Oil cooler off. Air condition check.
Nate, sorry, buddy.
At trip normal.
How's 2024 now? They have fixed some of the issues. Yes and no. It's still not there. I've got to try it with this aircraft. All right, guys, we're holding it short here. 26 right, ready to go. We got that traffic coming in. We'll wait until he lands and then we'll depart. All right, any questions? Heading, basically runway heading. Altitude set 5,000. Airspeed is set at 150. Look at that big old thing. Gosh, that's a big bird. Was that a 777 coming in? Miami traffic, Riptide 5903, taking runway 26 right, Miami. Well, do we want 26 right or 26 left? I wanted left side. Sorry, we're going to go left side. I want the runway, so let me give him a call. Hang on, let me get out of here. Miami traffic, Riptide 5903. Sorry, we meant 26 left, Miami. I was thinking 26 right for some dumb reason. We're going to go across here. This way that we'll give that 777 some time to turn off the runway, and we'll get going. Who is that guy?
Miami traffic giant 1266 heavy, clear of 26 left, Miami.
Okay, he's clear, 26 left, we're good to go. Alright, this thing, once it's airborne, this really flies nice. Really nice airplane. The modeling is done beautifully. It's just flies great. Well, I tell you what, this route's going to have us busy. Is this beyond ATC coming in, or are these actual flights coming in here? Yeah, it looks like we got a couple on final here coming up. We're good though. We're going to just cross this. And then we'll work on, I was a little quick on the draw because I thought we were taking the other runway, so apologize. Okay, we're approaching 2.6 now. ILS hold coming up. 2.6 left. The runway's like right here. Look at this. Right there's that runway going down and up a little ridge. Looks like there's traffic on final.
Approaching 2.6 left.
Miami traffic riptide 5903 taking 2.6 left, Miami. Alright, 2.6 left on, lights coming on. 1, 2, 3, 4, I can't really see. Alright, 2.6 left on the pavement, we're ready to go all the way up on the EPR. We're going to bring them up nice and slow. This is a 727, folks, so if you jam those throttles up, you've got a problem. They're going to get compressor stall, bark, cough, bark, everything else. Here we go. Nice and smooth. We're looking at 1.98. Nice and easy. Here we go. Once we get to about 40 knots, keep on pushing them up. Nice and smooth. Goose it. There we go. And now we're going to adjust just a little bit. All right, good. Throttle set.
80 knots.
Check. A car.
V1.
There we go. Okay, on that center line. Rotate. Here we are. Nice and easy. There we are, right there. Hold that. Gear up. Hold about 15 degrees, nose up. This is not a 7.3, so it's not like, you know, it's a little different. That's what I'm saying. Well, it's much different. All right, we're basically going to go 272 in the heading. Bug set. I want to go ahead and pitch the nose down just a little bit. There we are. And I'm going to go ahead and engage. I'll show you what we do here. We're going to go to the nav lock. Engage, nav lock, and then it's going to just roll our course. We're going to control flaps coming up to 5. Right there. We're going to control the climb rate. So we've got the climb rate of the aircraft coming in. And so I'm just controlling nice climb rate. We're going to go ahead and get the airplane cleaned up here, pushing the throttles up to get a good climb rate. You see how the accelerating through? That's what I want to see. We're going to K-Rocks, our first waypoint. All right, here we go. We're going to go flaps 2. Nice and slow on the climb, okay? I mean on the rate. So you don't want to, you want to jam. All right, now we can go slats and flaps up. All right, after takeoff check, FE.
After takeoff checks. Ignition set to off.
All right, we're going to go ahead and start the climb rate a little bit better, about 2,000 feet a minute. Hold that 250 on the speed.
Flaps up. Hydraulic system pump lines off.
Right there, coming up the L. Now you guys with flight directors that you like, I got the speed. Just gonna come back on the speed. We're getting away from this a little bit. This is 7.2, so it could do that quick on you. I'm just gonna bring those throttles back about 70. We'll hold that 250 range. And we're hitting Russ right now. I'm gonna slow down. We got altitude coming in. We'll go ahead and start our climb to 32,000. Now I'm going to come down here and I'm going to click out set. There we go. And see how the speed's going to come back nice. There we go. Now we're better. We were getting a little on the fast side. So this aircraft's about pitch and power. Let's hold about let's give it about 75 and 1 and see what that gives us. Right around there. Let's see how that holds. And then we'll throw auto throttle on when we're ready. What a beautiful sunrise, huh? Not bad. And so now what we're going to do Because we're going to use that auto throttle to hold us. Again, this is not bad. I'm going to go ahead and throw engaged. All right, and then I want to hold 250 on the speed. You can see how the throttle's coming down. Just verify, and we're going to push that carrot up.
Miami traffic, flight Brazil under 011. We proceed to taxi via November 13, Mike 112.
That was my fault. Getting to 200, getting low. There we go. That's just because of the carrot was down. So we can help it by decreasing the pitch. Want to do about 2,000 feet a minute. We're going to Rimo. See, we're just through there. I'm going to go ahead and go out. We'll get a good distance here, about 40, 50 miles. There we go. So is it flight deck DYI? Check out flight deck DYI for Nate. He's doing his, he's building a G1000 suite, which is cool. All right, now we're holding 250. Now we got all the modern comforts of, you know, an airplane here. And I'm going to just do my checklist just to make sure we're good to go. Climb, packs, and bleeds. Let's go and check the FEs. Panel, make sure we're good. We've got gas per fan is on. Those are open. Those two are open. Number 2 is closed. That's good. So we want to see pressurization checked. And we are climbing. Altitude is coming up. CDS or CSD oil cooler is going to be normal. So to make sure that oil cooler is on the normal side, it is. We have gens, drive temp switches. They should be in rise. So I'm going to throw those up to rise. Bang, bang, and bang. And then hydraulic system number 1. You look at number B, or letter B here. We're going to do 1 off for odd altitudes, and number 2 on even altitude. So you can see this hydraulic just alternating per flight. So we'll just do this, and then next flight we'll throw that on. Engine ignition off. That is. APU should be off. Don't be burning my fuel. It is. I can tell by the annunciator here. It's off. Good. And then the flaps are up. No lights. And then we'll do a 3,000 bleed 2. All right. Now I'm going to push. You can see this. I'm going to push the aircraft to about 270 or so. One thing about the 727, it's fast, folks. This thing could go. It can move. I think it's comfortable at like 0.8, 0.82. Like it just wants to go. Beautiful. I like the livery, right? It's old school. It's got that vintage feel. Yet it's not like 80s old school, but it's perfect, right? I think it's did a bang up job on it. Cool. Let's take a picture. There we go. One for the books. All right, let me get to your comments. Hey, finally, yeah, Pops. How about a V1 cut? Oh, gosh. Oh, Chris.
I'm in traffic, flight Brazil under 011. We'll take off from runway 26 left.
And can you imagine a V1 cut in this airplane? Oh, man. Just keep it in ground effect over the Everglades for like, no, it's fine. Yeah, I'll do a V1 cut in the center. How's that? Number 2. We'll cut number 2. You know, it's not too bad though, probably because of the it's very close to being in line with the airplane. So I found out with the MD-80, I did a couple of engine fires, you know, just training, and it was pretty docile in the engine out. It's not like the 7.3 or, you know, the pods hung out on the wing where you lose that motor and you're gonna feel it quick. It wasn't too bad. I mean, just a little clicks on the trim and we were good to go in the MD-80. So I would assume that the 2.7 probably the same. We got to try it, folks. Let's do that one of these days. I'll throw the engine down and we'll see if it cuts. All right. All right, we've got we're climbing out here. Let's go ahead and pull up Beyond ATC. The only thing I don't like, I wish there was a pause button where I could pause it and we wouldn't have any of these issues that we're going to have to do. I'm going to click fly, and we're going to continue. Now let me go ahead down over here. I'm going to go 122.8.
Connected.
It really doesn't matter, actually. I'm just going to do this. So we're controlling vertical speed to hold 2,000 feet a minute here, right around that time. And we're doing, I'm looking at my paperwork. We want to be roughly in the climb here, folks. We're looking at 291. Top of climb here, it's about 291. We're doing about 280 is a good rough estimate where you want to be at. So that's good. By the way, this flight director, you control the pitch, folks. So if you're like, why is the pitch? It's not that kind of flight director. You control this, not the computers. You know that, right? So just remember that this airplane you got to fly. You don't. The computer doesn't fly you. You have to fly it. I know that's very foreign in today's day and age, but that's how it goes with these airplanes, right? This airplane requires you to think and work, and you know, it's nice with the modern. I think we have it easy with the cheap. Yes, flight flays we're in the climb. I'm just going to let it know we're climbing, and then I will ask for the frequency here. We are on departure.
Crossing 17,500.
Roger. 118.3 for departure.
Riptide 5903, radio check.
Okay, 2992.
Riptide 5903, 5x5.
$2992 on the altitude. Alright, there we go. So through 18,000, we're going to go standard, and everything is coming off. That's off, runway turnoffs are off, strobes are on, that's on, beacons on, wings off, logos are off. And we're disarmed on the auto brake. Good to go. I might have taken off with that disarmed. Oh well. Duck temp, obviously anti-ice, we don't need any right now, so we're good. Alright, we've got a 2-day schedule ahead of us. We go to Atlanta and then over a big long flight to, no, we go Atlanta, Louisville, and then the next flight is pretty darn long. It's over to Puerto Rico. That's a long haul. All right, 115.4. What is the temperature right now? Our TAT, total temp, 20 degrees. Look down here. I like to see this default nav. We're going to go ahead and change it a little bit when we get to where we need to go. But I was going to do something. What the heck was I going to do? There's 20,000 feet. Oh yeah, 114. What did I want? 1154. So I'm going to come down here. We're going to tune it on number 2, nav 2, 115.4. And this is going to tune to the Pahokee VOR. And you can see our DME right now, about 11 miles to go to Pahokee. Looks like that traffic straight ahead. And this thing does have TCAS, but it's kind of weird because you got to look down for it. If we would go to here, you can go to traffic, and you can take a look at your traffic. You can see that negative 32 to 100 feet in, no factor. Not even close. So go ahead and click that again, and I like to put our ground. We have a ground speed here, so I do like to do a change a little bit. So if I can click this menu, and I'm going to do user fields. The destination, you can see that distance to destination. I like to do distance to, that's 13.5 to Flamingo. So we got ETAs at 12:25, that's Zulu time, and you can see the difference here. You got time Zulu right now, ETA to the waypoint, which we'll do here. Ground speed is set here, so I like to do times. I don't even want to look at the fuel flow. Holy crap, can you imagine? Local time don't really need to know. That doesn't help me. Wind speed direction does. There we go. 24,000, how we doing? You can see the got 24 and the airplane is kind of struggling. You can see we're dropping on the airspeed, so what we need to do is decrease our pitch. Now you can hold. I'm just going to throw it down a couple clicks. There we are. Let's see if we can't get it going a little bit. Just, you can hold pitch, but the problem is when you hold pitch, I find that just varying my vertical speed a little bit is all it needs to get a good rate. There we are. Hold on. We have a departure, Riptide 5903. Do you want to contact anybody else?
Riptide 5903, request not understood.
Yeah, we're probably not on the right frequency is what I'm thinking. Let's go to center.
Miami Center, Riptide 5903, flight level 262.
Riptide 5903, Miami Center. Radar contact. Climb maintain flight level 320.
Yep.
Climb maintain flight level 320, Riptide 5903.
Alright, there we go. 13 miles from Pahokee now. We have passed the station, so what we're going to do is look for another VOR here. I want a high alt if I can get one. How we doing on our speed? Yeah, we're doing about 270, 260. About 1,500 feet a minute. We're fully loaded, by the way. We've got full boat here. 45,000 pounds of cargo in the aircraft and hauling the mustard, guys. It's sleek looking, isn't it? Yeah, fun airplane. I enjoy it. I have a good time with it. Good stuff. All right, Chris. All right, I got that. Chris says could be a passenger. Can a 727 be a passenger jet? Yes. Yeah, matter of fact, I think FSS, the FSS 72 is coming out with a passenger version of it. So we won't fly that. There's no way on this green earth we'd make any money flying passengers with this airplane. There's no way. Those days are over. You couldn't make any money. That's for sure. Not with a 27. I can with boxes, but not on passengers. It's too inefficient. So the airplane does really good with hauling cargo, but not so good with passengers. It's just too inefficient right now, right? Back in the day, you know, fuel was much cheaper. Still, their most expensive, you know, that and personnel, your employees are probably, your payroll is probably the most, and the fuel is probably number 2. So, same with us, our fuel costs are, well, the most expensive thing for us, our payroll number 2. And that's just because we're not flying every day. If we were, it would be the flipped opposite. So that's probably why. Here, I'm trying to get a tune here to Treasure. Maybe we can go Vero Beach 117.
Miami Center, Spirit Wings 300, 1313,000.
113.7. 113.7 Ocala. Let's try that.
Spirit Wings 300 Miami Center. Good morning. Radar contact. Continue climb to flight level 240. Continue climb to flight level 240. Spirit Wings 300.
See how the altitude is, the airspeed's trailing off on us?
5903. Contact Miami Center 127.2. Have a good one.
127.2. See ya.
Contact Miami Center 127.2.
All right, Chris, we'll see you, buddy. Have a
5903.
I would say have a good time at PT, but remember, no pain, no gain.
Miami Center, Riptide 5903, flight level 312.
PT sucks. It's not fun.
Riptide 5903, Miami Center.
All right, so we tuned in Miami Center. They've just gave us a handoff, and we've got 1,000 to go here, 32,000, and we're going to kind of get up to 0.80 on the Mach. Nice. Get that out. The airplane levels off like that. The throttles are going to stay up, and we'll accelerate to our cruising altitude. Now what you can do here is when you hit 32,000, a couple of things you can do. You can keep this fine, and we're going to throw altitude hold on. What that's going to do is it's going to force the flight director
Miami Center,
down.
Spirit Wings
There we
198,
go.
flight level
There's
190.
level, wait, on. Okay, and you can see the flight
Spirit Wings
director
198,
kind of drop.
Miami Center. Good morning. Continue climb to flight level 200.
That's it, folks.
Continue
Now we're
climb to
at,
flight level 200.
I'm going to get my flight plan,
198.
and we're going to do some work with the flight plan in terms of fuel burn and everything else. So I'm going to throw this fluorescent off. I don't need it on right now, but I do want to see our GPS. So our next waypoint is Stymie. So I'm just going to come over to Stymie. We're estimating Stymie at 12:34 Zulu. That's the estimated. So we'll see what time we hit that. Wind 77 knots. You can see how the power's coming back. About 30 miles to go to Stymie, and then we'll do a fuel check and everything else as we hit that. There's 0.8. Just looking at our flight plan, making sure we're good to go with everything there. We are burning. Yeah, 0.8 is what they want us to be at. So we've got it up to 0.8 Mach. Looking good. The airplane is nice. They said to do a step climb here to 340 at Sharks to 3.3. We can't do that, so we're going odd, which is fine right now. We'll stay at odd out. I mean, we're doing even altitudes, odd to the east, so we should be good. All right, that's it. So we're just gonna work our next our waypoint up here, which is coming about 21 nautical miles. And that is it, folks. All she wrote. Look at the checklist on this thing. Good night, that thing is huge. That's what you had to do. I mean, this is craziness. Our checklist is nothing like that. I like small checklists, so I don't have to. Just enough to not take you down, right? Anyway, hopefully you guys are enjoying this. You're enjoying the airplane. If you've never seen the aircraft, well, welcome. You can see we're at 63 nautical miles away now. I do want to change the. VORs over. Do like a VOR change over here because it's way behind us. Usually on the coast, Ormond Beach, 112.6. Let's go ahead and tune that to 112.6. It's not on course for us, but we're just going to give us just a good bearing to that VOR, 112.6. I had them right, just on different sides. There we go. Okay, 1126, you can see now we're about 87 miles from Ormond Beach. And we're going to pass it on the west side, much right in the middle of the state, essentially.
Miami Center, Spirit Wings 300, 3,000 feet.
Spirit Wings 300, Miami Center, copy.
Copy. This is an AI beyond ATC.
Riptide 5903, contact Miami Center 124.1, see you.
124.1, out of here.
Contact Miami Center 124.1, Riptide 5903. Miami Center, Riptide 5903, good morning, flight level 320.
Riptide 5903, Miami Center.
All right, that was it, huh? Okay.
United 2094, contact Jacksonville Center 134.0. Contact Jacksonville Center 134.0, United 2094. Have a good morning.
So we are at, I'm going to do a high cruise just to make sure our weight, and I actually have the numbers here. So Mach 0.8 cruise, I'm looking at a table. And this is from American Airlines. This is an old 727 manual. And basically, we're at a gross weight of, we took off with 168, so let's say 2,000. So 165. We can go up to 350 with a 2.12 EPR, and our fuel, or true airspeed would be, well, that's 48.7. No, I'm sorry, hold on.
Good morning, Miami Center, Envoy 3667, descending via Coastal 2, flight level 290.
Pretty close. So I just looking at the weight. Okay, so at this altitude we know we can climb
Miami
350.
Center, radar contact.
But that's, I wouldn't want to go that high. I want to go about 330.
Miami Center,
you want to give yourself a
JetBlue
buffer.
2330, flight level 311.
340 would probably work.
JetBlue 2330, Miami Center, radar contact. Continue climb to flight level 340.
And the range at the fuel
Continue
flow,
climb to flight
we've
level
got,
340, JetBlue
let's say
2330.
we're burning a little under 3,000 pounds a minute. So, I mean an hour. So if you look 36, that's 9,000 pounds. So if I look at the fuel range, or fuel burn, or fuel flow, we're burning 3... Excuse me. What's our true airspeed?
Miami Center, Rouge 1621, flight level 310.
We just passed...
Rouge 1621, Miami Center, radar contact.
I got my head down on this thing. So we're doing 48 nautical miles per 1,000 pounds of fuel. That's not bad. Ish. Give or take. Alright, we're going to Mako, is it? Or Waco. We're at Waco right now. Time is... Can't see, so let me just peek down here. Alright, 32,000. We're at 449 on the ground speed, 36 miles to Waco. No, we just passed it, actually. So if I zoom it in, I'll show you. You can see we just passed. We just passed it. Now we're going to NJAMS. So time right now is 12:38 UTC. And then we're looking at 38:43 estimated. Yeah, see the ETA, the estimation, 12:42. And winds 84 knots now. Shoot, I should go this way. 84 knots.
Tide 5903. Contact Jacksonville Center 134.0. Have a good morning.
340. See ya.
Contact Jacksonville Center 134.0. Riptide 5903. Have a good morning.
7.85. We'll just say 7.8.
Envoy 3498, Jacksonville Center, radar contact.
6.9.
Jacksonville Center, Riptide 5903, flight level 320.
That's 6.9. Tank 2, 5, 6, 6.
Riptide 5903, Jacksonville Center, copy.
Alright, so 6.9, folks. Tom, how are you? Hopefully you're doing well, buddy. Good to see you. Sorry, I'm doing some calculations here, as we have to. So 6.9, looking like, what do we got? 20.7 on the gas. Good. So we're burning where we need to burn. So our burn is good, and we're expecting the next station here at 12:43. So in a few more minutes we'll be passing the station, about 22 minutes on the ETE. Our estimated time to our destination is 44 minutes, so not too shabby. Good evening from the UK. Christopher says, I'm with you for another 10 minutes and then I'm about to take a shower. All right, Chris, thanks for joining us, man. Have a good day. How's that? So that's kind of, we're looking at NJAMs coming up for the next waypoint passage here. You're looking at 16 miles to go. And what a beautiful day here in the north or the east coast of the United States. We're getting some wind coming in from the left side, about 80 knots. So that doesn't help us. We've got NJAMs.
Envoy 3498, contact Miami Center 124.1. Have a good morning.
Contact Miami Center 124.1, Envoy 3498.
And I'm looking beyond ATC. They have a they're gonna have a language. They're doing an update with language, so we'll be able to really ask questions and things like that, which is going to be nice. You know, beyond ATC is good for when VATSIM's not online. Like right now, VATSIM is not online, right? So beyond ATC, you want some, you know, get some radio chat going on or something like that. That's what this is for. That's a good thing. I'm going to throw 122.8 just to have it in here. We can just listen to it. We won't broadcast, but we'll listen. We are on broadcasting on 134. What's cool about this is I can go over to here on this panel, and I can just...
Spirit Wings 1, contact Jacksonville Center 134.4.
Contact Jacksonville Center 134.4. Spirit
We're
Wings 1.
broadcasting on VHF 1, but we're listening on 122.8 as well. Normally we would throw 121.5 in, but because you know, it should be 122.8, 121.5. Maybe we'll just do that. Let's just go to 121.5 on the guard, and then we can just listen in on the guard frequency. And because really 122.8, you really don't really need it, especially at cruise. There we go, 121.5, we're listening. We're transmitting on number 1. All right, we just passed the station. MJAMs, that is done at 12:43, right on target. And we'll check our fuel here in a minute. We're looking at 7 more minutes. 50-ish. I'm looking at my paperwork when I do this. All right, fuel time. We've got
Jacksonville
5,
Center,
6,
JetBlue 2330, flight level 336.
6.6. 6.6, 6.6.
JetBlue 2330,
6.6.
Jacksonville Center. Good morning.
So 6.6 straight up. We're looking at 19.8, and that's good. Our paperwork says 19.6 over NJAMS. So let's give it a good check. We're good on that. And the wind right now is kicking 87 knots on the left side. I wonder if you just click that, would that give you what speed and direction? 87 knots, but give me something else. Like, what's that, west? We can pretty much say 270 at 84. So we're good. E-Tour is next. E-Tour is coming up at again, you can see we're not gonna climb to 3. We could potentially climb to 340 if we want to. We can go 340. Per our paperwork, we can get there, and we'll be all right. 3.5 is the maximum at this weight. So fuel burned. Our fuel remaining 19.6. We burned approximately. I don't think it gives us total fuel burn, does it? Well, it's easy to do. 19.8. We'll subtract. How much fuel did we take off with? 28.3. I'm just going to do 8.5 on the burn. So that gives us 8.5. We're going to subtract. This is just quick stuff, right? 8.5. We got to subtract our takeoff weight, which was
Jacksonville Center, Rouge 1621, flight level 310.
Woo. All right, so that's 159. I got to look at the
Rouge 1621, Jacksonville Center. Good morning.
I don't think I can get up that high. What did I say? 159 on the climb, right? Or 159 on the cruise? Yeah, I don't. Let me look at my charts here and see what we got. I don't think we can do it. So 159. I'm mistaken. We can do it. So let's say 160.
Jacksonville Center, Epic Red
350 is the highest we
Good
can go.
morning.
I wouldn't want to go
11,100.
anything past 340. So we can climb to
Epic Red
climb to
783, Jacksonville Center. Good morning. Radar contact. Continue climb to 13,000. Altimeter 3028.
Continue climb to 13,000. Altimeter 3028.
So
Epic Red 783.
we can go up to 340 if you guys want to.
Envoy 3903. Contact Miami Center 124.1.
Contact Miami Center 124.1, Envoy 3903, see you.
All right, so you guys want to climb?
Jacksonville Center, Delta 2716, good morning, flight level 241.
Let's give him a call.
Delta 2716, Jacksonville Center. Good morning. Radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 350.
Climb and maintain flight level 350, Delta 2716.
Jack Center, Riptide 5903. Can we get higher to 340?
Vocalizer alive.
Riptide 5903. Did not copy.
And we'd like to climb to 340 for Riptide 5903.
Riptide 5903. Unable your flight is to the northwest and flight level 234 is an odd-numbered flight level.
What are you talking
Please
about?
pick an even altitude.
340. 340.
Request flight level 340, Riptide 5903.
That's what I said.
Riptide 5903. Confirm new altitude flight level 340.
Affirmative. That is affirmative.
Affirmative, Riptide 5903.
Riptide 5903. Roger. Climb and maintain flight level 340.
All right, up to 340. Here we go.
Climb and maintain flight level 340. Riptide 5903.
All right, so when we're changing altitudes, we're going to do a couple things. One,
Riptide 5903. Contact Jacksonville Center 134.4.
we're going to go 3-2.
Contact Jacksonville Center 134.4. Riptide 5903.
And then we're going to climb now 5.2.
Jacksonville Center, Riptide 5903. Good morning. Flight level 320.
Riptide 5903, Jacksonville Center. Good morning.
Okay.
Continue climb to flight level 340.
Now we're going to do that. What we're going to do
Continue climb to flight level 340.
is we're going to take this off.
Riptide 5903.
And it's armed. And we're going to go vertical speed. And I'm just going to start goosing the vertical speed up again here. Just a little bit. Let's see if we can get a 500 foot per minute climb. We're going to do a little bit better than that. There we go. The speed should be coming up. There we go. Yeah.
Jacksonville Center.
Just had to burn some
Southwest
gas.
2163. Good morning. Flight level 320. Southwest 2163, Jacksonville Center. Copy.
Can we make like 600 feet a minute maybe? There we go. Let's see if we can maintain that to 3-4. The reason why I don't want to go 1,000 feet a minute is I don't want to burn all that speed that we got. Basically doing a cruise climb. So just doing about 600 feet a minute, nice and slow. We'll get up there eventually. I got a crossing, I got an airplane here crossing. Let's see who that is and where they are and all that good stuff. It's on VATSIM. I'm trying to get a ping on them to see what their altitude is. They're just to the right of us. Look like they're going to cross our get a call. Hello. Costco.
Thousand to go.
Still don't know. Looks like they're ahead of us though, so we won't have any factor with it. But I still can't get a beat on them. Let's see if we can go back. We can take a look here at the traffic. Do they even pop on the cast? They're right there. They're okay. So they're on the climb. They're negative 2,400 feet, but they're crossing our path. So we're gonna watch them. Just kind of take a peek out there.
Jacksonville Center, United 1818. Good morning. Flight level 380.
I've got nothing on
United
them.
1818, Jacksonville Center.
Now I got a beat on them. They're right now they're climbing at 31,000. They're still in the climb. They're going to Atlanta, so they're going to be following us. They just took off out of Orlando, so wow, this is going to be interesting. They're still in the climb, it looks like, and they are in a 737-900. Okay, so we'll have to be aware of that. That's something that we're going to have to watch.
Moxie 740. Contact Jacksonville Center 133.7.
We are not going to get vertical separation. There's 34
Moxie 740.
at one level. So that's something I'm going to have to watch. Mike, how are you? Good. Happy New Year, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome aboard. We are just looking to see. We've got two aircraft, both going to Atlanta. They're right next to us. He's probably going to Sharks. They're at 31,000.
Spirit Wings 1. Contact Jacksonville Center 126.75.
They're about 32.
Contact Jacksonville Center 126.75.
So we're 2,000
Spirit
feet
Wings
above
1.
them.
See you.
They're in a 737-900. And we're both going to Atlanta. There he is right there. See that traffic right off the wing? That's the person we've got.
Riptide 5903. Contact Jacksonville Center 126.75.
Contact Jacksonville Center 126.75. Riptide 5903.
Not too bad.
Jacksonville Center, Riptide 5903, flight level 340.
They're at 30,000 now. There's no
Riptide
factor on altitude.
5903,
Might be a
Jacksonville
factor
Center.
coming into Atlanta. Depends on the route they're doing. We're doing Sharks and then we're going up. So, I mean, it's obviously our paths are converging. We're doing 0.8. I don't know if this guy, he's doing 429 over the ground. What are we looking at? Our ground speed 489. He's doing 431. We should, I mean, kick it. We're in a 727. There's no, yeah, I mean, this thing is
Jacksonville
hauling
Center,
mustard.
Southwest 1468, flight level 189er.
He's directly below us at 30,000, 4,000 feet.
Southwest 1468, Jacksonville Center, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 290.
Climb and maintain flight level 290, Southwest 1468.
American 2887, contact Jacksonville Center 134.0, see you.
Contact Jacksonville Center 134.0, American 2887.
They both hit Sharks. There's Sharks right now.
Jacksonville Center, Southwest 314. Good day. Flight level 202.
Southwest 314, Jacksonville Center, radar contact. Continue climb to flight level 230.
Ooh, look at that wind, 113 knots.
Continue
Yikes.
climb to flight level 230, Southwest 314.
Our ground speed's going to suffer from that hit.
Spirit Wings 1, contact Jacksonville Center 132.3, take care.
Yeah,
Contact Jacksonville Center 132.3, Spirit Wings 1.
Our ground speed's going to slow significantly. They're doing 416, we're doing 442 over the ground, and they are directly below us, so we are right.
Jacksonville Center, Delta 2716, flight level 342.
One of those things to look at. Let's check.
Delta 2716, Jacksonville Center, roger.
So I'm sorry, 1302 UTC. I'm expecting the next station here. Yeah, all right. How are we doing on fuel? We got 6.9. There's 6.9 straight across the board now. Let's see here. Nope, that's 5.9. 6,000 even on that one. 6,000 even on that one. So we're 5.9. 6. So which sim are we using? Mike, this right now is 2020. I'll be using the 2024 here. I think that you could, this airplane, you can download it in 20.
Delta 2159, contact Jacksonville Center 120.85.
All right, guys, just looking ahead.
Contact Jacksonville Center 120.85, Delta 2159, see you.
Winds coming in now, a little bit of a quartering tail, not too much, but ground speed, they're 406, so we're beating them in ground speed. Unless they have time acceleration on, which they might. 31 minutes ETA, or ETA to destinations 25 minutes. Wow. 25 minutes, are you serious?
Jacksonville Center, United 2094, flight level 340.
All right, so we're gonna have some finagling to do.
United 2094, Jacksonville Center, copy.
What did it say? 17.9
Jacksonville
in
Center,
fuel. We're doing
United
under on the fuel.
1818, flight level 380.
Going to Larry.
United 1818, Jacksonville Center.
Yeah, so we can download this for 24, which I
United 1770,
But I'm gonna-
contact Jacksonville Center 120.85.
I'm gonna step away for a minute.
Have a good day.
I'm gonna hit the lav and feed my dogs.
Contact Jacksonville
I'll be
Center
right back.
120.85, United 1770.
Riptide 5903, contact Jacksonville Center 132.3.
Contact Jacksonville Center 132.3, Riptide 5903. Jacksonville Center, Riptide 5903, good day, flight level 340.
Riptide 5903, Jacksonville Center.
Jacksonville Center, Moxie 740, flight level 350.
Moxie 740, Jacksonville Center.
Jacksonville Center, Delta 1267, good day, descending via Jetty 3, flight level 290.
Delta 1267, Jacksonville Center, radar contact.
Jacksonville Center, United 1818, flight level 380.
United 1818, Jacksonville Center, good day.
Alright, folks, I'm back. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, we are 25 minutes out. You won't find Pepsi in Atlanta.
Riptide 5903, Jacksonville Center. Expect jetty tree. Runway 26 right.
Jedi 326 right. You heard that? Roger, we'll expect the Jedi 3 runway 26 right for Riptide 5903. All right, 26 right. Let's get the weather here in Jacksonville. About 25 minutes on the ETA here. We're pretty close. And the weather in Atlanta. Right now, that 737's behind us, but they're on the same track. So I might have to call on 122.8 just to see where they're at and do some airmanship. Right now, 310, gusting 28. Winds 310, 14 gusting 28 knots. We're looking at 10 miles.
Jacksonville Center, United 786,
Skies,
flight level 360.
060, so 6,000, a few clouds there.
United 786, Jacksonville Center.
Temperature is 12, 2.03. Altimeter coming in at 30.22. Runway 26. They are landing right now. Runway 26. He gave us 26 right, didn't he? Yeah, 26 right. We're gonna take so.
Jacksonville Center. Spirit Wing 76. Good day.
26 right on the runway for us. I want to, increase some distance between me and them.
Spirit Wing 76, Jacksonville Center, copy.
Their ground speed. I can find out where his ground speed is. Looks like we're pulling away a little bit. His ground speed 402 over the ground, and we're doing 408. So we're pretty darn close over the ground now. I've got that wind. They're at an altitude of 33,000. 33.7. He's climbing. Jeez. All right, let me call him here. 122.8. Just gonna go off frequency just for a minute.
Riptide 5903, descend via jetty tree arrival. Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta I landing runway 26 right. Altimeter tree 022.
Okay. That's what we're going to do.
Descend via Jetty 3 arrival. Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta I landing runway 26 right. Altimeter 3022. Riptide 5903.
We got to descend. Well, we have to be above 240, so that's fine, but we need to descend soon. So our major crossing altitude here is going to be
Jacksonville Center, United 1097, flight level 360.
8,000 feet. Where
United 1097, Jacksonville Center, roger.
It was 26. Divide that by 3. We're looking at 86 miles. So 86 miles from Daffy. There's 8.7. I'm just doing a quick estimation here. 8.7. 4 plus 15.5, 28 plus another 28 gives us 56 miles to Noop. 16 plus 16.7, 72. We got to start going on the way down right now. 8,000 feet. Here we go. So altitude coming in. We're going to go down to 8,000 feet. And we're going to descend now. I got to call this guy on 122.8. This Delta aircraft, he's right behind us. See him? 122.8 right now. I'm going to call just for a minute. And we're going to start descending right now. Let's go. So a couple things we could do. You could come over here. This is a really cool thing to do. And you could click, flight. And then you can say start descent. Target altitude. So you can put in here 8,000. Right? It should tell you, and it should calculate, but I just calculated it. I'm going to start descending right now. So what we're going to do is come over here. We're going to throw that down, arm, and then we're going to start descending. Let me give him a call. Delta, what is his number? Just had his dang tail. Delta 67. We're going to go pretty quick here. About 2,000, 3,000 feet a minute. Delta 6067, you on frequency. I don't have it. Yeah, just we're a 727. I think we're right in front of you. We're both going to Atlanta. I'm coming out of 34 now.
I'm tracking weather. I look runway 7.
Say again, I'm sorry?
Yeah, what runway are you set up for?
26 right.
Sweet, I'll be complete.
Sounds good, thanks. I'll try to keep the speed up for you. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip frequencies back to where we were. And then I'm going to go 122.8 on this one. So guard, I'm off of guard. I'm going to just, come on. There we go, 122.8, now I can hear. We're on frequency again. We're good. We're on the descent. You can see how we're coming down. About 2,000 feet a minute. And we are going to be setting up for 26 left. It's a beautiful day there but you can see we need to be going down pretty quickly. We're at 30,000 now. We're doing about 2,000 feet a minute, give or take. We just passed Lars, so I'm just going to increase my descent rate just a notch. All right, 26 right we're going to set up for, so let's go ahead and get that going. We're going to do, and I'm just going to keep our speed up, okay? So I'm just going to keep pulling, through the transition. We're going to keep rocking. The transmission means when we go from Mach to basically indicated, we're going to keep pushing 0.8 straight through, just to keep the speed up for them and stuff like that. Looks like Atlanta is on. Atlanta approach is on, so that's good news for us. We'll go ahead and get an Atlanta approach going. And we'll, when we hit Jedi, that's good. That's good news, and they can provide separation for us and stuff like that. So let's do 26 right. They might give us a different runway, so I don't know. 26 right, we'll plan on that. Yep, 27,000 now, we're cooking. Let me get the FE going. And I'll get my checklist ready. All right, Atlanta's 110.1. Depending on what runway they give us, I don't know. So we're looking at, that's a little too aggressive, so you could see how aggressive we are right now at 8,000. So I'm going to go ahead and increase.
Jacksonville Center, Delta 1095 Heavy, flight level 319er.
Yeah, right there.
Delta 1095 Heavy, Jacksonville Center, roger.
See this little, I'm using this as a guide, and I'm adjusting our vertical speed just to say, all right, when can we be at 8,000 feet? That's probably where we want to be right there. It's going to come back down a little bit, but that's perfect. Keep it there. And then we'll adjust it as we go. So that's the good thing about doing this like that, you know, we just set it up. Good. That's it. So we're in the transition. We're going to keep rocking and rolling at this speed.
Moxie 740. Contact Jacksonville Center 132.5.
So what's in Atlanta?
Contact Jacksonville Center 132.5, Moxie 740.
Yeah, let me tell you what's going on here. So sorry, it's been I've been busy. This flight we're doing is a new cargo run that we've got. It's a new contract. So we're going from on behalf of the USPS, U.S. Postal Service, we're going from
Southwest 873. Contact Jacksonville Center
we're going
2575.
from Miami to Atlanta.
Contact
and
Jacksonville
go to
Center 2575, Southwest
Kentucky.
873.
And then we're going to fly from Kentucky all the way down to Puerto Rico. And that's a long flight. That's like 4 hours. And then from there, we're overnighting in Puerto Rico. Then we take off and go from Puerto Rico to Orlando to Atlanta, then down to Miami. We're done. So this is a 2-day trip.
Spirit Wings 1.
It's kind of
Atlanta Center
we have another
2395. See you.
we have another aircraft to put in our fleet. So
Contact
this
Atlanta
is,
Center 23905.
that's kind of what we're doing.
Spirit Wings 1.
And so Atlanta Approach and Atlanta Tower are both on. So I'm going to tune to Approach right now. I'm going to get rid of Beyond ATC. There's no point in tuning to them right now. I'll just get rid of it. And then we're looking at my Approach 133.475. I'm just going to tune right now to hear what they're doing. 133.475. Sorry, that's kind of what we're doing. It's a new contract for us, and then the tower is right here on 119.1. So I'm going to tune that here on the back end. This just helps us. All right, so we've got approach 133.475, and then we're going to flip over to the tower frequency on 119.1. So we're coming down through right now. I'm going to kind of zoom in a little bit. You can see Destert 14,280 knots. We're cooking. Like I said, I'm trying to give some separation between us and them to help Atlanta out. Yeah, love this old school flying. Yeah, that's what this is, man. We're trucking in a coastal bird. This is our new cargo division. This is our second route with our second aircraft. So we have 3 airplanes. This is the second one. We just got rolled out of the paint shop. We got maintenance done on it. It took about 3 months to get the maintenance done. So we had to do a heavy maintenance check when we got it. So we'll have about 1,000, hopefully 1,000 hours on the airplane before we have to do a C check. Right around there, we'll see. You love this old school flying. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to do. Looking at 14,280. We're looking good right now. I'm going to go ahead and adjust down a little bit. Just because we want to be about 14,000 feet. There's Jedi's at 8,000. So I want to come this side of Jedi. See this little, this banana, green banana? That's what I'm doing here. I'm just adjusting my flight path to make sure we're going to cross Jedi at 8,000 feet. There we go. We got 18,000 approaching. So we're cooking, right? We're going pretty quick through this transition here. And at Wookiee, I will call approach. Okay, here we go. Wake up, FE. We're going to do approach check. Once we pass there. All right, I'm going to go 3023. Let's go ahead and get you out. FE does his approach, we'll run the checklist. Auto brakes coming on.
Nav beacon and logo light set.
We'll go medium.
Brake pressure check. Altimeter
The RFE target,
one,
we're going to
zero,
set all
two,
that.
3.
Alright, landing.
All on.
Flap 30.
Cross speed number 2 open. 1 and 3 are closed. Fuel heat off.
17,000.
Hydraulic pumps all on.
Runway turn-offs coming on.
Approach checks complete.
Wing lights are on. Logo light should be off. Okay. Approach check completed. Now we got to slow the aircraft down. Watch the speed come way back. See how the thrust? Woof. We have to slow down now because I got to catch Wookiee here at about 11,000. We'll give Atlanta approach a call here. Let me give him a call. Atlanta approach Riptide 5903, flight 15,000 on the Jedi 3, just south of Wookiee.
Riptide 5903, Atlanta approach, information Delta, altimeter 3022, squawk 7646 and 7646 for me.
Okay, 7646 for Riptide's 5903. 7646. $76.46, check. 250 on the speed. I'm not answering my phone. Okay, I'm gonna zip up. We're gonna do our, move my seat up. Descent altimeters, bugs are set cross-checked here. VRF and V target, we're gonna go ahead and set those. We're looking at an approach speed of 140 on the speed. We won't set it now. Matter of fact, I'm going to try to set speed, but you can see I'm just going to bring this way up. I'm going to set speed again.
Riptide 5903, radar contact 4 southeast of Jedi, altitude indicates 13,800. And descend to maintain 8,000 and expect visual approach runway 27 left.
Okay, with descent 8,000, we'll expect 27 left, Riptide 5903. All right, down to 8,000, 27 left, 27 we're going to expect. So, see, that's why it will program the 2 6s. It'll be a visual approach. Get this dumb thing to work. Throw that off. Come on. Wow, this thing is slow as molasses. $250 on the speed, that's what we're doing. We're going to go 27 now. Approach 27, where are you? We're going to change the ILS frequency. That is Miami. That is not the airport I want. Atlanta is
Fresh wing Delta 6067, descending 13,000.
27 left, he said.
Delta 6067, Atlanta approach, hello, runway 27 left.
He's giving us both 27 left. Rajo. 108.5 on the frequency here. 108.5. .5 set. Once he starts vectoring us, I'm going to go off of GPS, and then we should be good to go. There's 10,000. Where's the green banana now? Well, it's right there. You can see it. We are perfect. Perfect. We're doing 250 on the speed. Nice. Our V speeds are set 140 for flap 30. Raj. Okay, guys, we're looking good. We're on the Jedi 3. We'll go ahead at 108.5. That's set right there. This will be a visual approach, so it's a beautiful day out here. Right back to Jedi 3. We're going to hit Daffy at 8,000 feet. Now we can start slowing down. 250 on the speed, so we're doing pretty darn good.
1,000 to go.
Check. Put that away for now. Pull that up. All right, there's 1,000. We got Daffy. Then we're going to hit Graham. And then we're going to keep going on the heading.
Line departure, good afternoon, Delta 1686, passing 3,800 feet, coming 10,000 feet.
Delta 1686, line approach. Hello, you're radar contact, climb 10-14,000.
14,000, Delta 1686.
All right, there's 8,000 on the hold here. .250 on the speed. We'll have to start slowing down here to 210. What's our flap up speed? 200 knots. Okay. We can slow down 210 here.
Riptide 5903, clear direct to Grumpy. Cross Grumpy at or above 4,000. Report when you have the Atlanta airport in sight.
Okay, clear direct Grumpy. Maintain, sorry, the altitude? 4,000?
Yeah, Riptide 5903 outside again. You clear direct to Grumpy. Cross Grumpy at or above 4,000 feet. And report when you have the Atlanta airport in sight.
Okay, we'll go direct to Grumpy, cross 4,000. We'll call you when we have the airport in sight. Riptide 5903.
Delta 6067, descend and maintain 5,000.
Okay, we're going to go flight plan.
5,000,
Down. Atlanta. Actually, we'll go back. We're going to go 27. Load procedure. Load approach. Approach is going to be ILS 27 left, up, execute. There's Grumpy. Actually, I'm going to go vectors, load approach. And I'm going to activate the waypoint right now. Dang it all. Hang on, I got it. I got the heading, select, let's go. All right, I gotta take it off. We're gonna go turn knob on, heading select. All right, there we go. Let me just get it right. I'm going to go down to 4.
Is that GFW 23 calling up line departure?
4,000. Here we go. Altitude cell.
GFW
4,000. Here we go. Let's get back down.
Line departure. Hello.
Grumpy. Direct to Grumpy. Nope, that's what I wanted. Cancel. 330. Enter.
Delta 1686, climb on airspace, line turns offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Over to you, Delta 1686, deal.
330, 14 miles.
Departure Tower Station 35, 5,000, 10,000. Southwest 1335, Atlanta departure, radar contact, climb maintain 14,000. 14,000, 1335.
Right there, 330 set. Okay, off, going to nav.
Glide slope alive.
Inbound course is going to be, we're headed straight for it. Inbound course 275.
Southwest 1335, climbing on my airspace, line radars offline.
I need to go faster on the way down.
Good day.
Let's go.
See ya, thanks.
At the airport site. All right, Grumpy's coming up. We're going to go out below, above 4,000 feet. So I'm just going to bring it on down. 210 on the speed. We're going direct to Grumpy.
Up to 6067, clear direct to Grumpy. Cross Grumpy at about 4,000, reporting at the Atlanta airport site.
275 on the inbound course here.
Just Grumpy, cross Grumpy at 4,000, located at 60.
Negative 275 on the course. Roger. All right, guys, we're good. I think I got it. All right, 190, then 160. I'm looking. A couple more degrees over here.
Golf Foxtrot Whiskey 23, Atlanta departure. How do you hear me? Okay, Golf Foxtrot Whiskey 23. Were you cleared to depart the Atlanta airport, sir?
Okay, 210 on the speed. Let's slow it down even
Golf
more.
Foxtrot Whiskey 23. Did you read any of the rules before your first flight? I understand it's your first flight, but did you
1,000 to go,
read
Roger.
anything about how this works?
It's on.
Golf Foxtrot Whiskey, I don't think you're familiar with how the network works. I need you to disconnect from the network, read a little bit more about how to make your first flight, and then you
Flaps
can try
2.
it again.
Get the flaps out. We get flaps 2. Let's load to 190 and start turning the aircraft.
Riptide 5903, got the Atlanta airport in sight, now 11 o'clock, 14 miles.
Yeah, Roger, we got the airport in sight for Riptide 5903.
Riptide 5903, thanks. Clear visual, approach runway 27 left.
Okay, clear the visual, 27 left, Riptide 5903. Okay, so what I'm going to do is come down here, and you can see
approach. Good.
we're going to go
Sierra Alpha Tango Golf.
Navlock.
Flying the Golf November Delta Lima Foxtrot arrival. Descending
4,000
to
set.
level 110, crossing 13.
I got the airport right there on the 27 left side, so just want to make sure we got the right airport, I mean the right runway.
Aircraft calling Atlanta approach to go, just say call sign only, please.
Flight Brazil 90011.
Flybird 9011 at Atlanta approach. Hello to you. Information Delta is current at Atlanta, the altimeter 3022, and you can expect a visual approach runway 27 left.
Roger that, visual approach
4,000, 2,800,
have
here we go.
information Delta, the altimeter 3022, the correction is Flight Brazil 90011.
Heading select, here we go. There we go, intercepted. We're in it.
First Delta 66, Delta side.
Delta 66.
Okay, you can see how the airplane's coming in.
Approach runway 27 left at
Now what we're going to do is once we're hooked,
Atlanta Tower 19.
we're going to go to auto glide slope.
Your visual 27 left, go to tower.
Now watch, I'll show you how this works with the ILS.
Riptide 5903, same DOT, code Atlanta Tower 119.1. Get a
Over to tower 119.1, we'll see a Riptide 5903. Atlanta Tower, Riptide 5903, final 27 left.
last record calling, confirm your call sign is code center 5903.
That's Riptide 5903.
Riptide 5903, sorry about that. Runway 27 left, clear to land.
Okay, 27 left, clear to land, Riptide 5903. Landing checklist, please. Geared out. Flap 15.
Flaps 30.
Okay, you're going to drop all of me to flap 30 right now? Holy crap, dude.
Anti-skid is on. Landing
Alright.
checks complete.
Good. So we're hooked up on the ILS. That's how you get the ILS done. There's a lot of work. We're on the left side of the runway, so it's going to be the left side. I've got it. We're pretty much lined up right now. There's the right side. We're on the left side. Okay, folks, looking good. Landing check coming in. Descent, altimeter set, VRF and V target set, noted auto brake is medium. on minimum right now. Cooling doors are open, hydraulic pumps are all on. Auto brakes, they aren't set, they're going to be manual, so we're going to throw those manually down. Landing gear is down 3 green, flaps 30-30 green light, landing checklist is complete. It seems like the airplane is drifting off the center line. Just seems like that to me. It isn't, we're right at it. It's that shorter runway, not the right side, so make sure we're on the left side. And we'll take over here shortly. We're going to throw the auto throttle off. I'm just going to push these throttles to where we need to be. All right, there. All right, I'm going to take over here shortly and make some adjustments. 330. The runway, the wind is coming in from the right side, pretty strong. Get a picture of that, huh? Maybe. All right. Yeah, that's good enough. I got the aircraft.
1,000.
Check. 1,000 feet. I gotta get my seat up. It's important that we get the speed right. Slightly on the high side. I'm going to keep that speed up. There we go, right there.
Approaching 27 left.
Roger. 27 left's check. When we land, speed's up. Speed down about 70. Remember, we're going to throw the speed brake ourselves. I'm going to try to land with a wing down. I'll go ahead and just make some corrections here. Do not want to get too slow. Check. I don't think I've ever landed
602 Atlanta Tower, hello, runway 27 right, standard taxi. 200.
Oh man, look at that airspeed jumping all over the place. Whoop. She is squirrely, guys.
100. For the 1697 Atlanta Tower, hello, runway 27 left, clear left.
Idle. Come on, you little beast, get down there. Get it. Let's float this. The brakes, get that wing down. All 3 reversers coming out. Wasn't pretty, but we're on the ground. 80 knots. There's 60 knots coming out. Get off on this one, we'll figure out where we're going.
Riptide 5903, welcome to Atlanta, where are you parking?
UPS cargo.
Riptide 59, correction, Riptide 5903. Is that the north cargo or the south cargo end?
Stand by just a minute. I'll look right now for you. It's Delta FBO. North cargo's FedEx. Probably on the south side, I'm assuming. Yeah, V cargo number 4. I don't know, I didn't get a chance to check it, but on the south side. What is this? Atlanta Tower, Riptide 5903. It looks like on the south side.
Riptide 5903, roger. Turn right on November, right Sierra Charlie, hold short of 27 left at Sierra Charlie.
Okay. Okay, we got right turn on November. We'll go Sierra Charlie, we'll hold short 27 left for Riptide 5903. Okay, let's go. Flaps coming up. Make a right turn here. We got traffic behind us, remember? That's the one thing I didn't... Can somebody verify that UPS is on the south side? I can't see. We're just going to go down to the building 4, bay 1 for the cargo. Looks like the south side is going to be better for us anyway. That's the one thing I didn't check before I left, dang it. I don't want the APU on, so I'm just going to hold right here. We're looking for that final aircraft. I'm going to go ahead and shut down number 2. Once we get across 27 left, we'll shut down number 2. Window's coming open.
Delta 6067, welcome to Atlanta, cross 27 right at Tango, join Lima to the ramp.
Request whiskey was available for Delta 6067.
Delta 6067, you said you prefer the whiskey loop?
Yeah, you prefer.
Delta 6067, roger, taxi whiskey loop to the ramp.
Whiskey loop to the ramp, Delta 6067, thanks.
Riptide 5903 cross, 27 left at Sierra Charlie, and join Romeo to the ramp.
Okay, we're cross 27 left at Sierra Charlie. I'm enjoying Romeo to the ramp for Riptide 5903. Alright, nobody coming in on final. Stupid truck.
09 right.
I don't know why it's pulling, but it's pulling.
Delta 602, RNF to football runway 27 right at Lima Charlie, clear for takeoff.
Gosh.
RNF football to takeoff, 27 right,
Sorry guys, I had to reach back here.
Riptide 5903, turn left, join Romeo.
Roger, left turn, we'll join Romeo, Riptide 5903.
Landing and strobe lights are off. Taxi lights are on. Flaps up. Spoilers down. Anti-skid
You got a little worried because it stopped like right there.
5903, if you don't mind me asking, what kind of Boeing 727 are you flying?
It's the freighter. You wanted the model?
Yeah, is it, in what sim is it?
Yeah, it's in 2020. It's the FSS.
Oh, is it good?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you should look at my stream. I've got it going on right now.
Alright, thank you.
It's in the notes of my flight plan. There's a Delta aircraft taking off. Nice. Takes an awful lot of breakaway for us to get this thing rolling. There we go. Because I shut down number 2, folks, so that's why it's like taking its sweet time. Pretty. We're still pretty heavy, so I've got to figure out. I think we're on the south side with UPS, but taxi on, those are off, that's off, strobes are off, navigation's off, anti-skid's off, wing lights are off, we're good. Boy, Atlanta's beautiful. Look at this. It's a beautiful day here. Beautiful day in Atlanta. I'm going to go ahead and set a little high on the panel so I can see over the nose a little bit. We're going to lead the turn about right there.
Contact departure for flying.
Yeah, this airplane is definitely a handful. You've got to, you know, especially with the GPS. But it really helps. GPS, obviously the Navigraph charts, they all help when you get a direct to, when you're like, wait a minute, I've got to go ahead and configure. That's what's so cool about this airplane. You can do a lot of different things with it. And we're going to take Bay 1. I haven't done the research yet, so I've got to look. But I think UPS is on the south side. Looks like FedEx is all in the north. Boy, this is a big, I mean, this is a big cargo area, you guys. I'm not used to flying in Atlanta with cargo, right? It's always passenger stuff that we're doing. So it's nice to get an idea of what's going on. All right, there's Bay 8. We're gonna do Bay 1, which is right here. And I don't even know where to begin. I've got to look to see if I can get this. Turn on GSX. All right, taxi off. Bay 1 it is. I'll tell you what, if this airplane stops, it's really hard to get going on 2 engines. I don't want to burn all that fuel, you know what I mean? All right, we're there. Brakes. Okay, we're on the brakes. I've got the aircraft. Let's make sure the EPU's on. Yeah, let's go ahead and lock those brakes up right now. Brakes set. And then we're coming to the FE's panel and see what we got here going on. Okay, hydraulics, 1 off. Brakes are on. Looks like the APU is lit. You can see the APU right there. Look at the EGT. And we are on the APU bus, and we got all the gens on. So what we're going to do now is shut down the engines. I'm going to come down here, and we're going to throw number 3 down, number 1. That's it. Go ahead and do my captain flows here. Prop heat's off. That should have been off before. Wing heats are off. And beacon is off. All right, and this is going to come on standby. And then we're going to go in the back here.
Tower, good day. Flight Brazil 90011. We are at a visual approach for runway 27 right. We are turning base long way to the final. We report final. The approach is disconnected.
That's it. Look at this, huh? Get that stuff off the airplane. We'll go do our paperwork. And
your call sign is Flyby 9011.
That's what's really cool.
90011.
Let's see what time it is. We'll open the doors and get everything going.
9011 Atlanta Tower. Hello.
We'll
Runway
hold on the
27
secure
left, inland.
check here in just a minute, but we're going to come over here. Let's see
Sure,
what we
clear to land,
got.
runway 27 right. Thank you.
Let's throw the chocks on the aircraft, and then we're going to actually connect the ground power. We're here for an hour, so we're going to be on ground power on this one, which is nice. We don't have to burn the EPU. So we're going to go to the FE panel. We'll take a look upstairs, and you can see we have external power ready to go. So we're going to throw it on external power. 1, 2. I know the light is on because we're not on external power just yet. And we're going to hold it. You hear the click, click. That means we're good. We're on external power now. And we're going to throw all of the pumps off. And we're going to come over here to the APU. We'll shut the APU off right now. I don't want to burn all that gas. Open the door. And we're going to get the door opened. So that'll be the next thing we're going to do is pop the door open. Entry should be open. Nice. So we're going to get some, walk in the terminal side here, not the terminal, but the cargo area, and get some breakfast. Well, I packed a lunch. Our next flight's over to SDF, and I'm going to write some stuff down before we go. We had landing weight, so you could take a look at the options, pre-flight here. Look at our weight. We touched down right now 153.3. It gets hairy on that landing, right? You see that wing was like, whoop. You got to really force that thing down. Auto brake was on medium. Finished that. Flaps were 30 degrees when we landed. In time right now is 01:52. Right? 1:52. Yeah. And that's Zulu time, by the way. That's not local. And I'm going to come over here and let's take a look at our fuel. I have to write the fuel figures down on this aircraft. It's important. Burns a lot of gas, so we've got to make sure we got the right amount of fuel on the way out. So we got 4,041-ish. Yeah, 4,100 pounds on that one. Good. And then we're looking at 4,200. We'll say 4,200 pounds in the center. And then that right tank, 4,000. Pushing 38. Let's see, is that right in the 4,000? That's 4. Slightly below 4. So just below 4. That one is. That's below 4. That's 42. This one's 3,800. Cool. Well, what do you guys think? Do you like the 727? It's a lot. It's a handful. I'm not kidding. It's one of those. The cool thing about this is, like, I'm going to do a secured check right now, and he's going to secure the cockpit. He's just going to make sure some parking brakes on and things like that done. We already did half of it.
Beacon off. Emergency exit lights off. Hydraulics, radio, gas securing checks complete.
That's it. It's just, you know, you don't even have to do a secure checklist, but, you know, we're going to hop out of the aircraft now, and I'll throw these two switches on. What's nice is we don't have to burn that gas anymore, you know what I mean? So we don't have to burn the fuel, which is nice. Pretty cool. That's it. Bay 1 it is. Oh, good. Good time. Nice ride. Fun. I like the paint job on it. It's really... the repainter did a really good job with this airplane, I thought. Nice vintage look to it, right? What you expect on a 2.7. We just got to get the tail number fixed. But that's it. We're here in Atlanta. And check us out tonight. We'll be flying and switching to an MD-80, flying the hockey charter with the New York Rangers. We're flying. I said we're going to Boston. That is not true. We're actually going to Dulles, so Washington. Good stuff. Fun airplane. Hopefully you guys had fun. We will see you guys here in a little bit. Let's make sure I get all your
November 318.
How much do we make on this flight? You want to see how much we made on this flight? Here, let this disconnect. This is what I'm talking about. I got a t-shirt that's coming that says Vintage Style Modern Profits, and we're going to see how much we just got paid. So this flight, I will show you. Let's get it in the book so I can get paid here. We burned about 15,000 pounds of fuel on this run. Let's go in and check it out. You guys want to see how much money we made on this bad boy? I do. Just want to see. This is usually the cargo is a moneymaker for us, and that's why we can afford a 727 that we can put on it, just because it is a moneymaker for us. So, all right, let's take a look. You guys ready? This is our flight that we flew. This is the route we flew. And if we come down here to finances, whoo! How about that? $271,000. That is big time money, you guys. And that, by the way, is no joke. That is real stuff. I mean, look at how much we spent. We spent 40 grand on that one flight, right? But our debit was really good. We got $311,000 with the price set at $7.07 per pound. Now that is from UPS. Those numbers are from UPS, right? We have anything over 150 pounds. We calculate every time we land at a new or our airports, even our passenger. I got to work on the whole rest of the schedule, but you're looking at $271,000. That is a lot of money for us. You got to understand, when we fly a passenger flight, like, give you an idea. We flew to Hawaii. You remember that flight we flew to Hawaii? Okay, this was a hockey charter. That's another hockey charter. That's a 7-2. That's a 7-2 run. That's a hockey. There it is. Look at this. Ontario to Honolulu. You want to know how much money we made? You ready for this? 10 grand. I mean, it doesn't do us a lot of money. It just doesn't. We made $7,000 in cargo because we only had about 900 pounds. But $10,000. Matter of fact, we lost money. I want to show you on one of our pilots. He flew the other day. He flew it back. We can lose money on that route. 10,000 is margin is razor thin. So that's why when the 7.5s come out, they're getting deployed into Hawaii, and I'm pulling the 737-800s off the route. It just doesn't make us a lot of money anymore. So I can utilize those 800s somewhere else. We've got this the 727 route to run. Yeah, exactly. That's why I want more of my pilots flying this airplane. If I can get 3 pilots flying a 727 run once a month, we're going to be pretty good shape. Buy a new aircraft or buy some more airplanes and things like that. They cost a lot of money, right? I mean, a 700 costs us around 20 million per, and that's a used. So this aircraft was 800 something thousand. Without the C check, the C check costs us around 2 million. So, but we got another 1,000 flight hours out of the airplane with it, at least, or more. I'm happy. Anyway, there's our 27. It's pretty. I love it. And not our last 27 is actually painted in corporate colors. So this one is painted in the cargo colors, and our last 727 that we'll get online is going to be in corporate colors. So once we get this puppy rolling, actually this is the correct tail number for this one. 272 Charlie Sierra. The other one, the first one, has to be adjusted. But we're here. I think we're on the ground for about an hour here in Atlanta. We're going to get the, all the cargo off the aircraft, and then we're going to take a little break as the crew. We'll take stretch, and then we're going to go up to Louisville, where we go into the main UPS sort. So we'll go from here to the UPS sort. We're just basically taking more mail on up to Louisville, and then we have a long flight to Puerto Rico. If you guys want, in the comments below, if you guys want to see that next run, let me know. I'll try to stream it, or I can film it. You guys tell me in your comments what you would like to do. But I am done for the rest of the morning into the afternoon. I'll see you guys tonight when we fly the New York Rangers. I got a deadhead over to Westchester. We're going to Dulles tonight in the MD-80, switching gears. Anyway, it's always fun to fly this airplane. It's a lot of work, a handful, as you can tell, just the descent and getting vectored, you know. You got to have a few tools in your disposal to make it work. But with the GPS, that's 750, was that 730 GPS? It's super sweet. Like, we got direct to Grumpy at 4,000, so once I got the airplane pointed in that direction, we were good to go. That's it. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, folks. We'll see you in the next time. Keep the blue side up and the brown side down. We'll see you here, hopefully in Atlanta. You tell me in the comments what you'd like to see. Ciao.
Board the plane, it's on time. Sun is shining, it's bright. Breeze the sky is cool and calm. Take a trip, it's not long. Oh, the vibe's so mellow. Airwaves sing like cello. Sandy beaches we've